What is up, Sideways Founder, back into another video, and today is going to be part 2 of Jair's is300 fully built engine. So we're right here with the car. Let's go ahead and jump right into it and get this thing done, because we want to get on this car, because we want to go ahead and get this car ready and get it all prepped and set up and ready for dyno, because in a couple days we're going to be going ahead and getting this car out of here. We're very close to being ready for Supras in Vegas for a lot of the cars. I'm only back here because the dogs are really loud and it's really annoying. In every video they're freaking barking. So also guys, merch is in stock. I don't know if you guys want hoodies, t-shirts, stickers. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that we're printing as well. So in the comments, go ahead and let me know if you need anything. If not, you can message me through Instagram, get it there too. But anyways, let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we got our brand new FMS 1700cc injectors right here. Vinny is gonna go ahead and get the fuel rail center port already plugged up. We got all of our hardware right here. We got our AN fittings. We're gonna go ahead and get those 1700cc injectors mounted in here, so we can go ahead and start making his throttle cable bracket and then start running his fuel lines from the surge tank to the trunk. So let's go ahead and get this done. All right, friends, so I want to go over my harness with you guys real quick, because we're going to be going ahead and installing this right now on the is300. And I feel like a lot of people, there's a lot of misconceptions as far as wiring harnesses go and how everything gets done. So this is one of my wiring harnesses that I make for Infinity, for is300, Mark IV Supra. There's all kinds of different setups for this. We're going to be installing this in the IS right now. But basically, I think people don't understand, like, when I make one of these harnesses, it's literally plug and play. It plugs right into your Infinity. There's no jumper and wiring up a jumper and a bunch of other stuff. I also integrate a bunch of relays here that will run your fans. It'll run your, obviously to start up your Infinity. I mean, I can set up your fuel pump relays down by the computer, or I can do it the way that we're doing it now for all of my new harnesses. I'm actually having like a separate whole sub harness with these that's very similar to the Powerhouse Racing setup. And I actually include this with my harnesses now, so you can get single, dual, or triple fuel pumps as you wish. And I have a Deutsch connector that'll have 2 or 3. This is a dual pump one we're going to be using in Jair's, because we'll go ahead and leave the pump in the tank as a primary, always on with ignition. And then, I mean, it's honestly like one of those things where it'd just be really dumb to not do it. Like, most people will utilize factory 12-volt constant sources to the ECU. I mean, I do it very similar to wiring facilities, where I add my own red eyelet that says power that goes to the starter. And then obviously you got your ground loop connectors, and everything is labeled if you guys didn't already see. Kind of hard to see right here, but everything's labeled. And then also it's also as nice as, I mean, when you get to your injectors, you know what I mean? Like, I have injector 1, injector 6, injector whatever. And most of our injectors are going to be EV1 with a quick disconnect injector. I even put a 90 silent clip on it as well, just so that it'll clip over the fuel rail and actually look really good. So, like, I mean, I spent a lot of time kind of making this be what it is for you guys, and like making these. I mean, I don't have to do this. I can basically just buy it from somebody else and probably have a lot more headaches. But with this, you can kind of trace it back to me and know that, like, I built your harness and I can kind of troubleshoot your harness and whatever. Also, another thing that doesn't come with most of the harnesses as well is you have your AEM net connector. So this is how I run all of my BTI units, my AEM race dashes, anything like that. It makes it so literally you just plug in this one connector to your dash or to your BTI and have full live stream everything to your car. You know, obviously the fuel pump is going to be quick disconnect on here too. You know, your wideband O2 sensor, all of your sensors, your flex fuel sensor, your everything that you're going to possibly ever want is already all done and already all integrated into here, to where it's literally plug and play. I do make a universal version of this as well, where you can just wire it into whatever you want. That would be good for like somebody who wants to do, let's just say, like a RX-7 or S13 race car or something like that, where like they're like, hey guy, you know, I'm not really looking to run anything as far as factory stuff. I want to run all aftermarket. I'm going to use the BTI as my race dash. I'm going to use the AEM CD7 as my race dash. I don't care about gauges. I just need everything to power up and power up right. Well, I mean, there are two versions of my harness, and there are 2 prices for my harness. So if you guys are looking into doing that, make sure you contact me. Let me know. I can pretty much make it for whatever application you guys want. And we can kind of work forward from there, guys. But I just wanted to show you the harness real quick, because I think a lot of people don't know enough about my harness that I make. Just wanted to spend a little bit of time going over that. So let's get right back in and installing the harness in Jair's car, and let's go ahead and get this thing done, guys. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you how I went ahead and did this harness a little bit different than I've done my other ones before for the dual ECU is300 car. So typically I put both ECUs on the floor down here, or I'll put them in the glove box in here. And yeah, it takes up the whole glove box, but it's cleaner than having it on the floor where you're going to step on it. So now what I've done is, instead of keeping the ECU here, the factory ECU, I'm actually going to move over underneath the dash over there. Thank you to my buddy Q with his D-Zod harness. I saw with him, he was able to tuck it up and in there. Pretty cool idea for something that you're not going to touch again. On his car, it was the AEM V2 that was in there, so I didn't really like that. I think the V2 should have stayed over here. But in this car, since, you know, I got to build the harness, I'm going to go ahead and just run these up in here, up to the side, and then we can tuck the ECU up on the side against the firewall over there. And we're never going to touch the stock computer ever again anyways, so this is just going to go up and in. So let's go ahead and get this together, guys. Getting deep up in there, bro. Whoa, bro. That's what you do in there, bro?
Oh, yeah.
He eats it. He moves around in there, he said. Dude, we could close the trunk and he'd be locked in there forever. Nah, you're gonna die if you do that. All right, guys, so Danny's on his way right now. It's a little late, but we're gonna be going ahead and getting the is300 started for Jair's car. Super, super excited to see the fully built engine run and be getting it all ready for dyno. We're basically right there. So as soon as he gets here, I'm gonna give you a quick clip of it running. We'll go ahead and show the BTI and show the oil pressure to just make sure everything is running good. And then we're gonna go ahead and break in the engine, so let's get it. What up, guys? So quick little video underneath Jair's car. I just wanted to show you guys how we went ahead and ran the fuel lines. So we went ahead and did the PTFE from the rail all the way up to the fuel filter. So you can see right here is 8 a.m. to the filter. And then you went ahead and went 8 a.m. the whole entire way, along with the return line right here that are gonna run up and up into the surge tank, which is gonna go ahead and be up there.
All of them are right here.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So anyways, back here above the tank, the other lines run up. And then if you look back here, the lines run, everything goes ahead and runs up into the surge all through the one hole that has been punched over here in that area. But exhaust work's all done. We went ahead and went 3-inch from the downpipe all the way to just like a brand new MagnaFlow muffler to keep it like the OEM, kind of like Manzo OEM style on the rear. It looks really good. She still shoots some nice flames. And then I'll go ahead and get in the trunk right now and show you finished product. So it looks really badass in here. Everything's pretty much all fastened up. We still need to do a few little zip ties and odds and ends. The power steering is mounted. Intercooler piping is done. AC stuff's all hooked up. Boost controller is all wired. I mean, just everything is pretty much all just good to go in here. I like how everything came out. It's very clean, just very simple. Nothing too overdone. Interior wise, he's all OEM inside. So obviously we got the BTI screen right here just on the floor, and we got to put all the ECU stuff away. But I mean, it's just all OEM inside where everything in the inside works. And then let me go ahead and get in the trunk. All right, guys, so check out this trunk. This is just super, super clean. Probably the cleanest surge tank we've done. Obviously, we could see the wiring right here and everything to make that look even more professional. But for now, just for starting the car up and getting in the dyno and stuff, this is pretty much how we're gonna do it, so we can test everything. If we need to make any modifications and stuff, then we can do that pretty easily. But you can even keep the spare tire. That's pretty freaking cool. Last time we went ahead and mounted it all in here. We even had to rip all the paneling out, but pretty expensive bill and pretty nice car on this one. So trying to keep it as clean as we can to get everything just, you know, do it every time, do it a little bit better and better and better to find the way that this is going to work the best for all the other customers. So really badass, super like it. Definitely highly recommended for IS300, you know, versus doing a twin pump in-tank system. They really are a pain in the ass to deal with. You have to run more line doing it this way, but overall you get a better outcome. So probably the best surge tank on the market, guys, the one from Nuke. Okay guys, so final looks. BTI is mounted, shifters together, all the ECU stuff's put away on that side. We just got his little cord right here and the cord for the Infinity. Everything in the back of the car has been put away. Just got some of his little miscellaneous parts he had lying around back here. Everything in the trunk you guys have already seen. We'll go ahead and pop it one more time just to go ahead and show you guys. In the trunk we got all his extra parts, his AEM Infinity, all his other stuff will be here. Everything in the back has been done and put away already. But definitely the nicest thing about this car that I would say is the engine bay. Look at this thing, you guys. You know what? Let's make that a little bit more cinematic. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video of getting the car running. I ended up losing some of my footage for this video, so kind of trying to make up for it. Any questions and concerns, obviously you guys can hit me up. I'll answer any of your questions. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I answer pretty much all my comments. So yeah, you know, just going over the whole entire thing again. We got pistons, rods, main studs, head gasket, head studs, 272 counts valve strings retainers. The head's been completely reworked. We've done a whole bunch of port work to the head as well. Very excited for dyno. I hope the customer goes balls to the wall and wants to go for 800 or 1,000 horsepower. I don't know if he's going to do that. We're having some conversations right now about how he doesn't want to crash and it has stock brakes and the tire setup isn't correct, and he's 100% correct. So I'm trying to make sure we put that in there to just make sure that our customers are safe. It is great to have a crazy horsepower number, but just to let you guys know, you cannot have you know, that kind of horsepower on stock rims and tires with stock brakes and expect the car to hook and for the car to be safe to drive on the street, especially in California, because they're just like not having it down here at all for anything. But anyways, guys, any questions or any concerns or any kind of anything, hit me up as always, guys. Until next time, guys, peace.